train doors closing. Midnight, reflected in the glass. I caught the last train with 30 seconds left on the platform clock. Not running, not rushing, just arriving at the exact moment the night decided. The carriage was almost empty. Rows of seats holding forgotten conversations. A man asleep with his head against the window. A student reading the same page for 10 minutes. Cleaner carrying equipment like tomorrow had already started. I sat near the back, watching the city slide across the glass. Street lights stretching into long yellow lines, then breaking apart again. Every station looked familiar and completely different at the same time. Last train, window view, city lights passing through. Keep moving through the gray, miles away. Last train, cold rails, every story leaves a trail. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark. The speaker announced stations nobody reacted to, like everyone already knew where they were going or stopped caring. Outside apartment windows glowed above quiet streets. Somebody washing dishes, somebody watching television, somebody staring at the ceiling instead of sleeping. The train connected all of it without belonging to any of it. A teenager stepped off at the next station, leaving behind an empty seat and a half-finished energy drink. Tiny evidence that somebody was here. Then wasn't. Last train, window view, city lights passing through. Keep moving through the gray, miles away. Last train, cold rails, every story leaves a trail. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark. The farther we traveled, the quieter everything became. Fewer passengers, fewer lights, fewer reasons to stay awake. I watched my reflection up and stronger in the window as the outside world faded into darkness for a moment. It felt like riding between realities, one inside the train, one outside, neither asking questions. Then my station arrived, the doors opened, cold air entered, and the journey became footsteps again. Last train still runs under artificial suns. Keep moving through the night toward another light. Last train fades slow, where the restless always go. Keep walking through the strain, don't stay the same. Last train, one last ride, leaving yesterday behind. Keep going, don't explain. Life moves like a train. Doors closing behind me. Tracks disappear into darkness. Thousands of faces, gone before sunrise. Shared elevators with people whose names I'll never know. Stood beside them in silence, watched floor numbers rise and disappear. then walked away like we never occupied the same moment. A woman carrying flowers, a man carrying tools, a student carrying exhaustion beneath both eyes for a few seconds. Our lives existed in the same space, then separated forever. No goodbye, no memory, just movement. The city is full of people passing through each other, like signals crossing in the dark. People I never knew still remain, like reflections in the rain. Keep moving
through the night, out of sight.
People I never knew come and go, faster than we'll ever know.
Keep walking through the dark,
holding on to a spark. Sat beside strangers on trains, close enough to hear them breathing, close enough to hear phone calls, arguments, laughter, plans for tomorrow. Then watch them leave at the next station, taking entire lives with them. Stories I'll never finish, questions I'll never ask. A father carrying a sleeping child, a traveler staring through a window, a worker heading home before sunrise. We were all moving somewhere, but never together. People I never knew
still remain,
like reflections in the rain.
keep moving through the night, out of sight.
People I never knew
Come and go,
faster than we'll ever know.
keep walking through the dark,
Holding on to a spark. Sometimes I wonder how many times I've appeared in someone else's background, walking through their story without realizing it. A stranger in a photograph, a face through a cafe window, a silhouette crossing a station platform. Maybe they forgot me immediately, maybe I forgot them first. That's how cities work, millions of temporary intersections, millions of unfinished introductions, lives brushing against each other, then drifting apart without explanation.
people I never knew still pass by beneath the same electric sky. Keep moving
Through the strain,
through the quiet rain. People I never knew
still exist
beyond every near miss. Keep rolling
through the dark, holding on to a spark. People I never knew,
one last glance,
one more accidental chance.
keep going.
Don't explain,
We'll never meet again.
faces fading slowly. Morning fills the streets. No questions asked, only movement. The city never asks who you are when you enter it. It only asks if you can keep up. I learned that early, walking through streets that didn't care where I came from, only where I was going next. A man slept on a bench with his coat over his face. A woman crossed the road without looking left or right. A taxi slowed down and decided not to stop. Everything was already in motion, nothing paused to explain itself. Street lights changed color like they were practicing patience, and I kept walking like I belonged. And to a spark. I passed a laundromat glowing like a quiet spaceship. Machines turning clothes like they were rewriting history. A security guard nodded once, not greeting me, not ignoring me, just acknowledging presence without attachment. A bus stopped at a corner I wasn't aiming for. Doors open, closed, and left with people whose destinations I'll never know. The wind moves through the alley like it had somewhere important to be. Even the air was in transit. Everything here is temporary, except the motion itself. City never asks who you are, only how you carry your scars. Keep moving through the night, under fading light. City never asks where you've been, only where you begin again. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. At some point I stopped trying to understand the rhythm and started just following it. Footsteps syncing with traffic lights, breathing matching distance between intersections. The city didn't become clearer, but I became less resistant to its chaos. And that felt like understanding a little. Not enough to explain it, just enough to keep going. The skyline faded into early blue, and the night quietly admitted it was ending without ceremony, without permission. City never asks, still flows through the places nobody knows. Keep moving through the strain, through the quiet rain. City never asks, no name, only motion stays the same. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark. City never asks, one last line, where your path meets mine. Keep going, don't explain, the city begins again. Lights dim slowly, but the movement never stops. Bus stop glowing, rain on the schedule board. I got to the bus stop 20 minutes too early, which really meant I arrived exactly when I needed to. The shelter stood beneath a flickering neon sign, throwing blue reflections across wet concrete. Rainwater collected near the curb, turning street lights into broken paintings. A guy in a work uniform sat at the far end of the bench, staring at traffic like he was waiting for answers instead of transportation. His lunchbox rested beside him, still unopened, like the day wasn't completely finished yet. Across the street, a convenience store cashier swept the entrance for the third time, trying to stay awake into morning. Everybody working on something, even if it was just surviving the night. Neon stop, cold rain, waiting for the next train. Keep moving through the gray, find another way. Neon stop, blue glow, watching headlights come and go. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. The route display blinked between arrival times and error messages, not committing to either one. A teenager arrived carrying a skateboard under one arm, headphones on, living somewhere nobody else could hear. He checked the schedule once, then stopped caring. Probably learned the same lesson everybody does. The bus comes when it comes, the city decides, not you. A taxi splashed through a puddle too fast, water rolling across the pavement, then silence again. Just rain tapping against plastic panels above us, keeping rhythm better than any clock. Neon stop, cold rain, Fluorescent lights, small at first, then growing larger through the rain. Nobody celebrated, nobody smiled, just people standing up, gathering bags, preparing to continue. The doors open with a tired hiss, warm air spilling onto the sidewalk. I step